Marcellus, start with you.
Yeah.
Am I out over my skis? Will Tennessee beat the Patriots and eliminate them from the playoffs Saturday?
Tennessee is not beating New England. Stop that. That clock up there, Patriots Dynasty ends. Where is that? Right here. It should say Whitlock eats crow. That's when he's going to do it in 5 days. That's a lot of crow. I know you're going to eat this crow. I want to focus in on one of the headlines about the familiarity with the Patriots because of their coach, Mike Vrabel. And everyone's focusing in on how Belichick is a 500 coach against his disciples. But pure disciples is someone who coached with you on your staff, coordinators, had that access pass that players don't have when you go upstairs and hear the raw coverage and footage of their personnel. That's not Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel, since 2011, been dead set and focused on his own career as a coach. So that familiarity in personnel and philosophy is not as present as people are trying to highlight when you're talking about Mike Vrabel. So now let's just talk about player to player and, more importantly, what's your mindset in hitting that switch when it comes postseason time? Y'all believing in the Tennessee Titans when it comes postseason time versus New England Patriots? I'm not making that bet. I'm going with the Patriots, and they continue with their dominance.
Hold for 1 second, TJ.
Oh, here we go.
You know it was a playoff game basically yesterday, win and end.
Yeah.
And Derrick Henry put 200 on.
He put 200 on that JV team from Houston. That wasn't the real team. That was the early game. You know, on Friday at 3 o'clock, you show up at the high school. That team showed up. Come on, man. That wasn't really Houston.
Man, I can go either way with this. But I really believe Tennessee Titans are going to beat them. Like, I wanted to roll with you, and I'm trying to convince myself. Last year when Tennessee Titans played the New England Patriots, a better New England Patriots team, they beat them 34-10. It wasn't even close. They held the Patriots to 40 yards rushing. Tannehill was playing as good as you can play at quarterback right now. And Derrick Henry, man, when that game started, he was so far out of the league in the rushing title, and he wanted it so bad that offense. When he broke that rushing title, did you see the way that offensive line celebrated with him? It was like they broke it as well. And so I look at this, the way Ryan Tannehill has played since he's been inserted as a starter, the way the Patriots look. They have Tom Brady and Tom Brady, Julian Edelman, and I don't know who else. And that's how Brady looks at it. So when you don't have the confidence of your teammates, you had the confidence in one guy, you're going to start to force the ball to guys. You're going to start making throwing interceptions, making bad plays. And, yeah, Jason, I'm with you, man. This is probably the end of a dynasty.
Look, man, I don't know why it's taking y'all so long to come around to the fact that it's over. It's over for the Patriots. It's over because their quarterback is the worst quarterback in the playoffs. Tom Brady.
I can't go with you on that one, Bucky.
He is the worst quarterback in the playoffs. Let's count them off.
Yeah,
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Nah, I take Jimmy.
Drew Brees.
Come on.
Carson Wentz.
Keep talking.
Russell Wilson.
Whatever.
Aaron Rodgers. Pat Mahomes. Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Ryan Tannehill. The only guy where it's possibly questionable.
Let's go.
Kirk Cousins and Josh Allen. That's it.
Josh Allen.
That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about right now. So look, that boogeyman that's across the ring, he ain't it. He ain't the guy anymore.
Tom Brady might bite an ear this weekend.
Yeah, and so that's what it is.
Who getting shot?
In the playoffs, it's about quarterback play. And when I look at the numbers, 8 games, under 60 completion percent, 100 passer rating, Tom Brady.
Fist bump, Bucky.
It's over.
Awesome.
Oh, that was awesome?
That was
oh,
awesome.
My God. People forget. The most talented team doesn't win in the NFL. And also the guys that go out there laud the best stats. Tom Brady last year threw 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions to the tune of a Super Bowl championship. Tom Brady out there last year, 85 quarterback rating to the tune of a Super Bowl championship. So, yes, on paper, some guys are going to suggest they are ready for this moment. But that's what Tom Brady is great at, providing excellence despite what it looks like. And if you talk about Tom Brady in the first 3 Super Bowl runs, that wasn't excellent Tom Brady. But guess what? Super Bowl championship, Super Bowl championship, Super Bowl championship. That even continued last year. You're still talking about the Super Bowl champion. Last time I checked, talking about the boogeyman in the ring, you can't beat a champ without beating the champ. And who has beaten this team in the moments that matter most? I don't know that team.
The Miami Dolphins yesterday in a game that mattered at Gillette Stadium.
Yeah.
They were playing for home field.
You can't fake that, though. You can't fake that this is the same desperation necessary as a playoff situation. You can tell yourself that, but at your core essence, you know you will live on. Now this team is going to be faced with that. Why did Brady call out his team's maturity and preparation? because he knew they are not treating this like the playoff game. It should be. But now they're going to know because there is going to be a desperate consequence that comes from them losing this game.
Part of it that makes me believe Tennessee can win is big. The first game of the season, the Patriots played the Miami Dolphins and beat them 43-0.
Donut.
43-0, and then to turn around and lose 20. Have you gotten that much worse as a team in 16 weeks, or just the Dolphins just that much better? And so the Patriots know. Bill Belichick he told them, this is a playoff game. Approach it as such.
That's talk.
And to fall down and basically try to. When have we seen the Patriots, Tom Brady and them, playing how they played at the end of the game? Lateral. You just don't see that. That very much.
That's embarrassing?
Very much so.
Wow, you guys are really going to set up a team that
awesome.
I love the fact that they came down a notch. And despite being the Super Bowl champions, they can go out there and look like they that petty. Like, we need this that bad. That actually is a positive attribute. Tom Brady, it's one thing. I've been on teams that haven't made the playoffs. I've been a Miami Dolphin, bro. When you don't have tomorrow, you go all in. But when you don't have tomorrow, as the Patriots did, they try to tell themselves they didn't, but they knew they did. Guess what? It's a different level of desperation. This week against Tennessee, with the lack of familiarity, because they didn't even play them this year. No. So stop talking about how y'all beat us last year. We were the Super Bowl champions you beat last year. Respect what's going to happen to you in a different climate, and that's playoff football.
I think we know where Bucky is, and you can assume where I am at. If they lose on Saturday, is the dynasty over? To me, it sounds like everybody's preparing Brady and Belichick potentially to go their separate ways.
Ooh, well, we got to properly define dynasty. One, if it's about that uniform, about that organization, continue to have success, dynasty's not over. Let's be real. Have they won a Super Bowl every year? No. So we're not going to go out there and say, oh, it's just about them not winning the Super Bowl. Oh, we're going to say they may lose their top player in Tom Brady. Well, we've seen that happen before as well. If you want to go back to the 49ers dynasty, when they lost to Joe Montana. Steve Young came. Amazing. But guess what? You got to prove this. This Super Bowl championship is not just about you got the talent, you're next up. You have to go out there and prove it. They even changed their coach with George Seifert. He won 2. Let's go to the Cowboys situation. When you got rid of coach Jim Johnson.
Oh, Jimmy Johnson.
Everybody said it's a wrap. Ain't no way to. It wasn't a wrap. So all I'm saying, there are interchangeable pieces that come with a dynasty that I don't think that this dynasty ends. Even if Tom Brady leaves, I believe enough in Bill Belichick and this culture where he can find someone to put in, plug and play, and still be a contender.
You're that guy that sleeps with the nightlight on, right?
I did.
Because you're worried about the boogeyman coming out of the closet. I'm telling you, Marcellus, they needed to win against the Dolphins to give them their road to success winning the Super Bowl, meaning always have the bye, play 2 games, and then they're in. Now they have to go the long road. It's not happening for them. And when they can't win a game where everything is on the line, it leads me to believe that they know it's over.
Almost everything on the line.
Tom Brady's comments after the game talking about couldn't get it going. The guys just don't understand the lack of preparation. Matthew Slater saying there are guys on this team that may never see the playoffs again. Internally, they know. It's a wrap.
Yeah, if they lose this game, it's over. And you say, Brady can move on. That's a huge piece of the puzzle to replace. Who do you have? Who do you have? You're going to go with Jarrett Stidham, who looks like he probably can play, but he hasn't played outside of the preseason. And so they lose this game, there's going to be a lot of moving parts. Will guys take less? Brady started that. And, our best player's taking less money. Okay, so it's okay if I do. You're going to have to find a quarterback if you don't have one. Now you're going to finally have to pay some receivers because you don't pay guys. And so the biggest piece of the puzzle leaves, it's over.
And look, Brady is such a tone setter for their culture. And if you look at his comments Friday beforehand and you look at his body language and things after the game, the culture is starting to crumble. It doesn't last forever. It's incredible that Belichick had this for 20 years, but it never lasts that long. It never goes on forever. Red Auerbach did it with the Boston Celtics. Phil Jackson and Michael Jordan did something with Chicago. Golden State had a nice little run. But look, the Dallas Cowboys, going back to Tom Landry, had a nice run. but they all end. This is inevitable. Father Time's catching up with Tom Brady. We can see it with our own eyes. And that culture is starting to crumble.
Man, I would hate to be a friend of Jason Whitlock, who may have been a friend of Phil Jackson once he left Chicago, and people said, hey, man, you had Jordan and Pippen. I know that you think you're an amazing coach, but you're not going to be able to do this again. Then he gets Shaq and Kobe, and they do it again. And then Kobe runs Phil out, whatever happens, and everybody's like, dang, maybe it was about Phil being that culture creator. Comes back, they win 2 more. The point is, you may be putting a little more onus on Tom Brady as the culture creator than I am. I'm saying wherever Phil Jackson went as a coach, good luck stopping that. And I'm saying, well, as long as Bill Belichick is in that door, he's going to extract culture out of you. Every one of us has been in a disciplinarian role with a coach, and we've been with a player-friendly coach. We know how to play it based on expectations. You get around Belichick, and you got some talent, and you got a mind about yourself,
but
he's going to get it out of you.
You put up with a lot when you know you're going to win. If they're not showing it, it's what Bucky said earlier. Not only do the players know, but them coaches knew the end was coming. Why would they go San Antonio Brown after what happened? They knew we needed a player like this to possibly save us. Early in the season, they knew it. They were showing us. We didn't realize that we need help because this we don't have enough.
They got your boy Chad, and they still won after Chad, but Chad had his issues. They brought Chad up in there. Chad didn't want to extract the culture out of him. They got him out of there. This is not the first time they rolled the dice on a character player.
I would agree, Marcellus, but just remember.
There you go.
Remember, in terms of, and you're right, Belichick establishes the culture.
Yes.
But it ain't no different than a mother or a father establishing a culture in the home. And if she doesn't or he doesn't have the right co-signer at the most important position, quarterback, you can yell and scream and do all you want. But if Belichick's ability to coach Tom Brady like he's a practice squad player helped infuse that culture in New England, I think it's curtains.
Yeah, I think so too. It kind of reminds me of the San Antonio Spurs. They'll be competitive and always kind of around the mix, but they won't be championship teams.
Still need that guy. I give you that. And look, this is why they had so many issues in New England the last couple of years over the Jimmy G situation. Belichick really hung his hopes on Jimmy G being a successor. Now he has to go find him.
Hey, where's my clock?
I told you to eat that crow.
I need my clock. I need to be updated on how much time before. There it is.
Look at that.
All right.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. And be sure to check out more of the best clips from Speak For Yourself or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.